You're just clicking by. Here you are at Just Stamp with Anna Marie. We are going to be crafting a card today with a lovely sentiment. Your friendship means the world to me. So, what do you think? I was happy with my card. It's not the same card as I shared with you earlier that I created this past weekend. It's different. This uses the dies. I didn't need that in symmetry stamp set to create my flowers. I didn't need the sentiment. I picked it up from the Free as a Bird, and I die cut most of the pieces. So, oh, thank you, Sandy. I think it's a sweet card. That's what I was going after. So for you to make that comment, I really appreciate that. I am going to be sharing with you how I created this, and I've got a little coordinating envelope with it, and I'm going to share with you the I'll give you a peek of the mini magazine holder that you can receive the free tutorial and video with any $35 purchase through the end of the month. Oh, thank you, Pam. I love the blue and white. It makes me think of the Netherlands, and one of my friends from the Netherlands posted today. They had a beautiful snowy day on April 1st, and it just inspired me. I love the blue and white. It's a nice, clean, uncomplicated card again, but it's fairly easy to create, get it in the mail, and make somebody's day. All right, so there's our card we're going to be creating. I'll show you the cute little magazine holder. Thank you, Carol. Yes, I love the dies too. Okay, so look at this little mini magazine holder. We can store a collection of these note cards. And the coolest thing is that this mini magazine holder is made from one sheet of 12 by 12. I scored it, I folded it, I tucked it. There's no adhesive on it until I went to decorate it. So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you with your $35 order this month. Anytime, just use the host code. And I think it would look pretty in lots of different papers, lots of different designs. So let's get started. I'm going to leave my friendship card right in place here. And I have pre-die cut, so you're not going to have to watch me crank out the dies. However, the dies are this size just right to go through the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So, and then it's very limited supplies, I'll tell you that. So I've got some DSP from that sweet symmetry paper I mentioned. These measure 3 3/4 by 1 inch, and I have 5 of them. Then I have one stitched rectangle scallop from the Contours die set, and this is the largest one. Well, I say the largest one. It is the one, there is one larger that has the little cutouts in the scallop, but this one measures 4.5 by about 3 1/8. So we're going to need that. We need a label, and I picked that straight out of the die set. It's from the Pierce Bloom set. And then here's what I cut. And I cut in Night of Navy. I cut 2 stems, and I cut 4 of the leaf branches, and they do flow in opposite directions. So you can see the curve coming up. I picked 2 of each, so a total of 4. And then I've cut 2 white. These flowers are so sweet. Look at the little stitching in them. All the detail is just gorgeous. Oh, I love this simple, happy kind of flower. So I cut 2 white, and then I also cut 2 Misty Moonlight. Remember, Misty Moonlight is retiring. It's still available. This is available. Everything that I'm sharing with you was available 10 minutes ago. And I say that because things are starting to move now. Things are disappearing on that list. So if you haven't hopped on there to check it out, you're going to want to do that. Things are going away. All right, so my card base is just basic white. It's the thick cardstock, so make sure you're using the thick cardstock. And I just cut one sheet in half. It's 5.5, 8.5, scored at 1 1/4, the standard size. And I'm going to go ahead and fold and burnish using my essential tool. Fingers crossed that I don't lose anything. I have to laugh. I have to. Like, so silly how I lose things. I have a 4-foot square area. I don't even think it's 4 feet. And I lose my supplies all the time. But you all know that. If you've been with me before, you've seen me lose stuff and try to find stuff. But always problem solving. So that's the lesson to learn. Just problem solve. Okay, so I've got my basic white. I am going to be inking up just in Night and Navy. And I've already pre-mounted my stamps. I'm going to use that friendship greeting. And then on the inside of the card, I mean, how about a thanks for your friendship? So I have a thank you right inside there. Again, those are the words we need to express. All right, so let's get started. My embellishment is going to be with ribbon from the Flowers for All Seasons ribbon combo, which is on sale. Score $8 for the 3 spools. Really good deal. All right, my friends, so let's get started. We're going to build our background first. I'm going to bring in 5 of these 1-inch strips, and they are just going to be flatted here. Let me pull back on my sleeves here because I'm ready to get crafty. And I'm using my favorite adhesive, multi-purpose glue, trying to get that little gummy tip out. Hopefully this glue will cooperate with me. It feels like a brand new bottle almost. And yet sometimes I don't treat it right and it jams up. Okay, so I'm just gonna relax and enjoy, and we'll try to get in your view here. And I'm coming about 1/4 of an inch up, and I am not precise. I don't want to be precise. I want it wonky. I want it askew because it's too hard to have it perfectly straight and aligned, and not my style. So if you look at it and it kind of looks like it's leaning, it's intentional, right? Okay, so then I'm just kind of building it. Some of it will overlap. There's a little tiny gap in some areas. Really sweet. And I have to share with you the card that I created at the weekend. Already I've lost it. Haven't. So I love to inspire newbies not to create exactly like me. So look at that beautiful paper, and I'll share with you. This is the sheet it comes from. I had crafters who just threw caution to the wind, flipped it over and used that side, or alternated the patterns, and that's something else that you could do. There's another one with a beautiful navy background on here that would be perfect for the card as well. So you could do the opposite side, or you could rotate and just add extra color. It doesn't have to be monochromatic. That's just what I was shooting for today. But I'm telling you, this paper is it just makes me happy. Pretty little flowers. All right, so now I'm gonna just keep building my little background. Again, I do not want to be nice and straight. And I don't know, do you like monochromatic cards, or do you like to have more color? I think sometimes it's a challenge to see if we can pull off one color. And there's different tones in here. So there's that Misty Moonlight. Balmy Blue might also work, although I think that the previous blue would look better. What was it? Seaside Blue would look just gorgeous with this too. So that was from a previous year in color. By the way, the upcoming in colors are just beautiful, nice bright colors. Love them. Very artsy. Okay, so there's my background. You'll notice it's all crooked, right? That's what I want. Okay, so I'm going to put my card base aside. I'm going to leave my reference card right here, and I'm going to pull in my scalloped rectangle because we're going to build on this. I'm also going to bring in a silicone mat. All right, so let's see here. And the reason for that is because these are so thin, the little stems. When I put my adhesive on here, or actually, I'm going to do it this way first. I'm going to have them in the correct position, and see how one bends to the left and one bends to the right. That's how we're going to build our stem to our flower. So I'm going to take one of the leaf, one of the branches, and secure it to the one that's right facing. And I already know I'm going to snip off one of the little leaves because I just want the little pairs for now. I'm going to hold on to this, but I'm not going to use it right this minute. So I'm just going to adhere that to the bottom there. And the way I did that, you could just put a little tiny trail onto your stem. Let's see if this is going to cooperate with me. Just like so. And I'm going to flip that over. And the cool thing about these little stems or these branches is because they're on such a thin stem, they are flexible. Now I'm going to go onto the next one, and I'm just going to keep building there. And again, I'm going to snip that odd leaf that's up at the end, trim that off. So this is the most gardening I've done in a while, right? And I have a nice big yard, but my crafts are always calling me. I can't be out there in the garden. Can't be two places at one time. However, these days I am staying up well past midnight and waking up at the crack of dawn, meaning like 6 o'clock, to crack open my latest novel. I am just addicted lately. I can't get enough of Kate Shugak. Anybody read her before? Oh my gosh, these mysteries. She is a detective. This is the character of, I think her, I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. The author is Dana Stabenow. So I just love this character. I have started, my friend from Michigan started me on the series, and I can't let it go now. And so I stay up late, wake up early, and get to my reading. Now, I could have just built it straight onto the, sorry, talking too much, getting all excited about Kate. I could have built it straight on here. In fact, maybe I'll do that. I'm going to finish that off here. I'm going to lift my stem, and I'm going to position it over on my white rectangle. So now I'm ready to just add like a couple little dots. Sometimes it's too much. Let's see here. And I'm going to add this to, let's see. I'm going to add this to my card here, and I'm going to go almost to the stitching down below and bring it up. And now I can put in that last little leaf. Don't know if it's going to show or not. We'll see. It's there, just in case. Much easier to put it straight onto the white, right? And one more thing, because it's got, there we go. Because it's got glue on it now, I don't want to get my hands in it. But the cool thing is, remember, it's very flexible, so you can kind of point them out in whatever direction you want. Let's see if I can bend that over a tiny bit. There we go. So there's one stem. Let's build the second one. I'm going to bring, this one bends to the left. So now I've got my little leaf branches. And this goes down at the bottom. And again, you can build straight onto the scallop. However, I don't want to get too much glue on here. That just creates a mess here. So let's see. I'm going to put these aside for now. I might not even need these singles because I'm going to have a little bit of a gap here. Let's see. I know that I'm going to have my greeting label right in the middle here, so we might not need to put leaves all the way through. I'm going to stretch this up a little. There. So all this little pruning we're doing on the leaf branches, and then again, little dots of glue on the back, not a lot. And this goes right down here. I did start a little bit lower because I want to kind of, oh, whoops, I got glue in there. I want to alternate between these leaves. I want the little gap in there. Right through there, and we'll see if we need those in here or not. All right, so next, I am going to go ahead and add my twine. I'm not going to add this to my card base yet because I want to have my twine set up, and I want to make sure that my flowers aren't falling off the page. So I'm going to add my twine, and I'm just going to make a little bow to the right. I'm going to come about the third scallop up. I'm going to wrap that there, and I'm going to go ahead and trim off. Usually I make my bow and then trim. Just going to add a little bit extra, and I'm going to use, whoops, got glue on my hand. Okay, so let's add a little glue dot to help with the ribbon tying right around there. That just adds my extra hand. I'm going to go ahead and turn, and I want my bow to the right. Use the glue dot to kind of tame the ribbon. Now it's being held in place, and I don't have to worry about it fighting it. There we go. And perfect. I'm going to trim off that other end in just a bit. Okay, so next I'm going to go ahead and add this to my card base, and I'm going to elevate it with my dimensionals. So these dies, 25 pieces, right? You can make all kinds of cute little flowers, colorful flowers, layered flowers. Really a sweet die set. And the leaves, love the greeting label. So really nice set to have. All right, so this kind of gets centered right in the middle of the card. All right, let's keep going. These little flowers, I cut them in 2 colors. So I'm going to have like a shadow with Misty Moonlight. And to secure them, I just put a little dab of glue in the middle. And then I could just turn it so there's a slight shadow here. Put it in place. That way we have a little bit of contrast between the white flower and the background. And this one's going to go flat adhered. So I'm going to go ahead and add this, and you know what, I want to check as well that I don't need those other 2 leaves. So I'm just going to put this straight down. Don't need the 2 leaves. That goes flat on there. And then this one as well, layer it up. And now it's not critical that these be aligned. As long as we have a little bit of a shadow in place, I think it's fine. All right, this one, however, is going to be on dimensionals. So I'm going to put a nice big dimensional to the top, and maybe one down below and to the sides. There we go. And let's go ahead and add this. And this one's going to be peeking off the page, so off the rectangular or the scalloped rectangle. So right around there. And let me get this out of the way. My little flower centers were cut from the DSP, so this is the Bumblebee color, which is retiring as well. Such a pretty yellow. And I'm going to add these with a dimensional. All right, have you noticed that I haven't lost anything yet? Oh my God, it's a new me. It's a new month, it's a new me. I haven't lost it yet, but perhaps I shouldn't jinx myself. I'm not done yet, right? Not done yet. All right. So here are my little flower centers, extra dimensional covering. There we go. And I have the little sequins. Love these. I can't remember the name of them. They are still going to remain in the catalog, so we're safe with them, and I love them. Different colors. I love that they have the backing on them already. So easy to apply, just like that. And we just need a greeting. So let's bring in our label. So far it's looking pretty cute. I'm gonna bring in my Night of Navy. And I'm going to stamp my greeting that says, "Your friendship means the world to me." And this goes right on this label here. And kind of center that up. And we want to adhere this with dimensional, so I'm going to put one above and one below. That way we're not tripping over the twine. I love the twine. It's actually Misty Moonlight white with a little bit of silver, so we have a little bit of extra shine in the card. This is going to go right in here. And put the little bow up front. Sweet. All right, and then we're going to be right in there, snip that. And my greeting on the inside is going to say, "Thank you." That kind of looks a little askew. It's okay. Then I have the dimensional coverings all over. All right, so then I'm going to stamp up my thank you. And this is the moment, the stressful moment, because we've done our beautiful card. I don't want to muff it up now. There we go. Thank you. Voila, got it. There is our beautiful friendship card using the Blooms dies. What are they called again? I'll let you know. The pierced bloom dies with that in symmetry or sweet symmetry paper and a cute little coordinating envelope. And what really makes them special, and if you submit your order, you're going to get the instructions, the video and PDF tutorial to make the mini magazine holder that looks so cute. Thank you, Sandy. It's going to look so cute inside. I love this. You can see everything's folded in there. So cool. From a 12 by 12. There we go. So there's our little card holder. That would be a beautiful gift set to present someone, a little set of 4. You can actually fit quite a bit in here because it's almost 2 inches wide. 1 3/4 maybe. Thank you, Marie. I appreciate your comments. Thank you for commenting, letting me know that you're here. I hope you like the cards as much as I do. I think they came out pretty cute. Different than the ones from the weekend, but same kind of materials to start off with. All right, my friends, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I will be back next week. If you are out shopping and you'd like to place an order and get that free tutorial, there's the host code, and it's with just a $35 order through the end of the month. Again, there's the host code. Even if you're watching on the replay, please leave a comment. Let me know you stopped by. I will post this over on the YouTube channel as well so that you can fast forward and get to the meaty parts. Thanks so much for joining. I appreciate you. Thank you, Carol. I appreciate you stopping by. Have a great weekend.